Okay, another spotlight now. I knew you were trouble. Kanye West is at the epicenter of another scandal. This time, he's not part of it, though. Ish. Adidas is being sued by investors who claim the company knew about West's problematic behavior, let's put it that way, long before actually cutting ties with him. And by that, failed to limit financial losses. So Gerard Filitti, senior counsel, the Law for Project, is joining us now live from New York as we wonder, when do you know? You know. So, Mr. Filitti, until all hell broke loose in the form of those anti-Semitic rants, etc., it was one hell of a business success, right? West made a lot of money for Adidas. So the investors claim you knew and you didn't act and you cost us money. Isn't that to be said only in hindsight?
Well, it would be said in hindsight, except that here the problem is, the claim is that Adidas knew from as early as 2018 that Kanye was making racist and anti-Semitic comments. He was talking with employees of Adidas, suggesting that he name an album after Adolf Hitler and making other anti-Semitic comments. So this isn't a matter of finding out in hindsight that he did something. This is a matter of the company knew that he was problematic. They knew that he was a bigot, and they didn't do anything about it. And because they didn't do anything about it, they failed to take meaningful action to limit negative financial exposure, meaning that they cost shareholders money when Kanye ended up going public with these statements and the whole situation exploded.
So Adidas did admit it was expecting to lose about $1.3 billion in revenue this year because it's unable to sell all the Yeezy clothing and shoes, etc., but also outright rejecting the investors' claim. So what do you think will come out of this? What will be the dynamic? Will it get to court even, or are we talking settlement?
No, I think this will go to court. I think that we've seen too many high-profile settlements lately, and Adidas would be paying a lot of money given the measure of losses to their business model. And the problem here is, this is a moral lesson that if you do business with a bigot, if you do business with an anti-Semite, you will have financial consequences. People are not buying his brand. People are not buying Adidas. Adidas is losing over $1 billion, and shareholders are suffering because they expected Adidas to do the right thing, not hide the fact that they knew they were dealing with an anti-Semite. So this will get to court. We will have discovery. We will find out exactly what the company knew and when they knew it. And we will have a whole lot of new revelations about exactly what Kanye was doing and saying that was so troubling even 4 years ago.
And on that note, it's important to note that West is not party to the lawsuit. But in broader terms, Mr. Filitti, what's the legal liability of a company over their campaigners' behavior? At the end of the day, they're just, renting their services or using their services.
When you are a public company and you have shareholders, you have an obligation to disclose facts that affect the investment. So the fact that didn't disclose that they knew Kanye was problematic means investors are now losing money. So what is Adidas on the hook for? Potentially the amount of money that people lost. When the share price goes down or it doesn't go up as much as anticipated, those are damages. And how much damages, we have yet to see. That'll be a whole other aspect of the trial. First, you have to establish liability, and then you see the full measure of damages. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the company had a duty, and they failed to do what they needed to disclose and to protect their investors.